D Weezy YouTube family. What's going on, people? How's the weather where y'all at? Is it nice? It's about, I think it's 45 degrees where I'm at. I'm in Detroit, Michigan. But yeah, how y'all been? I'm just coming on here to do a check-in. Y'all focus? Y'all staying positive? Y'all getting those gains? Who getting those gains and who playing around? Man, it ain't nothing like drinking water, y'all. Gotta drink that water, right? It's the only way. Raphael, what up, though? How your day been, Raphael? I know the weather is pretty much the same as ours right now. It's about 45 degrees, I think, something like that. You definitely can feel the sun, because all I got on is this hoodie. Really, I can just have this t-shirt on, and I'd be good, but I'm not really hot in it. What's good with you, though, Raphael? Everything been good with you? I'm shedding this belly fat. Yeah, it sound like you know what you're doing. Paprika Honey, what's going on, Paprika Honey? Shout out to you. How you been? You getting those gains, Paprika Honey? You staying positive? You staying focused? This fitness journey, y'all, ain't for no gains, but it's designed to keep everything else in our life in order, though. That's why most people can't do it. If you can get this down to a science, you can do anything. That's what I tell people, because the fitness journey is the hardest thing anybody can do. And all we got to do is do 50% better than most other people, and we in there. You in Brazil? Oh, man, Paprika Honey, Brazil. I was in Brazil, I think I don't think 4 years ago. I think like 3 years ago. I can't wait to get back to Brazil. There's so many countries out here, y'all. Like, you got to keep expanding out. Otherwise, you will keep going to the same country. There's some countries I'd have been to like 4 or 5 times. If I wouldn't have started moving forward, I'd probably still be going there like 4 or 5 more times. This fitness journey is a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, it's so many benefits to it, Raphael. And then you know this season about to be kicking in to where there's no jackets and all that type stuff. So stuff about to really be showing. And you know, I got on this hoodie so people only can see so much. And don't forget I'm bulking. And just so y'all know, I'm about to show an update as far as my weight gain for the bulking. I wanted to come back from the trip since I was gone for 2 weeks for the Kenya trip and the nutrition was kind of off. I wanted to come back for at least 2 strong weeks to kind of create some balance with that and then check the scale again. Just so I know it's going to be some nice gains showing on there. But I'm locked in, y'all. I get it in. Let me see. It's beautiful. Brazil is... That's your first time there, Paprika Honey, or you been there before? How have you been? I've been good, Paprika Honey. Staying focused, staying positive, staying disciplined, and not letting nothing deter me from my goal. I got hell of a goal, so I'm locked and loaded. And this healthy lifestyle is what's helping me be locked and loaded and grounded, because it's a lot of emotions come with, you know, living life or experiencing life, I say. And fitness help keep that under control, y'all. Like I say, like, just imagine if you didn't have this fitness. Imagine where you would be like everybody else. This stuff is serious. First, let me see. Spring around, Raphael, spring around the corner. So those hoodies and jackets about to be put away for a while. Yeah, Raphael, and it's going to be right on time for my games. Don't forget, Raphael, I'm picking up slowly but surely. We ain't trying to do it the wrong way to where we got all this excess fat, more than what we need going to the belly area. No, we trying to make sure it's spread it out all throughout the body. That way we still got those abs showing. And when it's time for me to shred it down, I ain't got to do too much work. This ain't the time to be pulling up to McDonald's and Coney Island and Chick-fil-A just because I'm on a bulk. No, we doing a clean bulk. So we just eat more of the clean foods that we usually eat, which is whole foods. Let me see. Paprika Honey, when I'm home, how long should I wait to get back into the gym? As soon as you get back, maybe, adjust your mind back right, maybe a few days or something, but I'll say as soon as you can get back to it, because you want to make up for whatever nutrition and not working out that you wasn't able to do when you was traveling. Because when we travel, we want to try different food, different culture. You really want to experience that particular country. So stuff is going to be off, but we still need to know that we live in a fitness lifestyle versus the next person. That's why I implement going shopping, get some groceries, Paprika Honey, and making sure you fixing one, maybe 2 meals if you can, of some healthy food, some stuff that you would fix back home. That way it'll balance everything. That way every time you hungry, you don't have to go out and eat. You at least want to fix you something solid at the house that got, a high enough amount of protein, a high enough amount of healthy fat, a high amount of carb source. Like, you don't want to just be eating out all the time. You want to have some good macros at least once, maybe twice a day, depending on how many times a day you eating and how much you eat. Other than that, you ain't gonna be getting those macros in like that if you just eating out. You want to know that you done your part at least a little bit. And I would make sure I'm walking around so I can get rid of the excess sugar from the desserts or whatever sauce or barbecue sauce or whatever they got sugar in it. That way I got a nice balance to my trip. But definitely enjoy your trip. But coming back, you want to get back to the nutrition ASAP. You want to get back to the working out as soon as you can. I'll say maybe that first day or that next day, you still absorbing the trip. After that is you got to get right back to it. Welcome to the live. Drop a comment. That's right. Drop a comment. Appreciate that. I ate protein here. I've been prioritizing. Ate some eggs for breakfast with good chicken. Yeah. That's all you gotta do. Like, you just want to make sure, that you getting something that's in your control. That way you able to get a high amount of macros that you can get in you, and then you go out and explore. Because whatever you eating ain't gonna have, a high amount of protein, like as if we was cooking it, and the healthy fats. You just know you see a nice dish, a cuisine in front of you. It looks good, and you want it. So the best thing you can do. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got a couple bags behind me. I guess the one behind it kind of fell down, but that's the best place for me to sit it, because I got some other stuff on the passenger side that I gotta unload later in the house. But yeah, eggs for breakfast with good chicken, Paprika Honey. I come back on a Sunday, so perhaps back in the gym on a yeah. That's how you want to do it, because it ain't nothing wrong with sitting back for one full day, absorbing the trip, just taking a deep breath, and and then I say that second day, it's time to get back to it. Because if you don't, the more days go by, and we already don't be like working out like we do when we we already don't work out on a trip as if we was here, and the nutrition is off. So the longer you go with putting the nutrition off when you get here, the longer you go with putting exercise or workout off once you get here, you just gonna feel lazy. It's gonna make it harder. Like, we know we trying to snap back right back into it. Raphael, If I eat something unhealthy, I punish myself by my walking for 45 minutes instead of a regular 30, and get the garbage off me and drink my Pellegrino water. Yeah, you gotta punish yourself if you outside of your regular routine. That's how I go. That's why my punishment when I'm traveling is I make sure I move my body more. Maybe I'll take the stairs. Maybe I'll walk instead of the Uber. Maybe I'll walk that 30 minutes there and 30 minutes back just to balance it. Maybe I'll walk the 20 minutes there and the 20 minutes back just to balance it. So I can balance the calorie intake, the burning off extra fat, instead of just jumping in the car and I'm sitting on it in the car, and then I get out and I'm sitting at the Airbnb or hotel. Like, that's a lot of sitting on a lot of stuff that we probably shouldn't even put in our system. And a lot of it is better than the US when it comes to ingredients, but we still got to be careful though. Is everything okay with you? Man, I'm pretty good, Paprika Honey. I'm pretty good. I stay solid and focused. Your heart is heavy. Yeah, you know, I'm always locked in. It's a lot of stuff on my mind, y'all. Like, it's so much stuff on my mind, like, because I'm locked and loaded on something big that the average person would probably dream about. That's what I say, y'all. Like, so I don't stop and I won't stop until I accomplish my goal. So the energy that y'all be feeling when I be jumping on these live videos, the energy that y'all be feeling when I'm doing my content workout videos, it's the energy of a person that's determined to reach this goal. I can't say it because once I reach it, then y'all will know it. Y'all will know. Trust me. Guarantee y'all will know. But once I reach it, not if I reach it, once I reach it, I just got some stuff to figure out. But it takes a lot out of me just staying focused because I'm constantly thinking about it. But that's what I want. It's like having weight on my back all the time, like somebody in my ear saying, yeah, you know, you should be taking care of business, you know. So that energy y'all feel from me, the motivation y'all feel from me, is coming from that. Like, and once I came back from my last trip, it did it for me, y'all. It did it for me. Like, I can't go into the details, but it did it for me. Like, I'm locked and loaded, y'all. Fitness is just helping me reach that goal because the discipline from the fitness is being carried over into reaching that goal. But I'm telling y'all, like, traveling is mind-blowing, y'all. You know, but I got a huge goal, and if not me, who? I'm locked and loaded, y'all. Let me see. Jovi's 1976. I had a DEXA scan today. That fat is 4 pounds. I had a DEXA scan today. Visceral fat is 4 pounds. Any suggestions? I have lost 82 pounds in the last year. Shout out to you for the 82 pounds. Doing keto and lift 4 days a week. Yeah, so the best thing you can do is only one answer. You got to make sure your nutrition keeps getting better and better. The visceral fat is the worst fat you can have, which is the fat around your organs, because it suffocates your organs. So it boils down to one thing. Mainly lock and load on your nutrition more than exercise. Exercise anybody can do, but what's exercising if you feeding yourself the wrong type of stuff? So it sounds like you headed in the right direction because you lost 82 pounds in the last past year doing keto. If keto is working for you, keep doing that. If you want to try something else, it wouldn't hurt for you to just still be locked into whole foods. Just watch your calorie intake and stay away from stuff that's high spiking. That's the best thing you can do, because the more your insulin spike, insulin is a fat storing hormone. So every time it spike high, that's more fat, more sugar being stored. You telling your body, hey, I need to store this for survival later on down in life. So make sure you focus in on fruits like berries. Stay away from stuff that's high in sugar, like bananas, grapes and stuff like that. If you do choose to eat it, make sure you eat it at the busy part of your day so you can bring that blood sugar spike back down. We want to keep that spike down as much as possible just throughout life. The more it's going up here, that's pre-diabetic, that's a lot of other health issues, that's arthritis, that's back problems, that's you need kidney down the line and all that type stuff, dialysis. No, stay away from that. If y'all can control y'all insulin spike, y'all can control anything. But Ron Vogie, that's what you want to do. Focus even more on your nutrition. Focus even more on your nutrition. You working out, so it sounds like you doing good. How much you weigh? How much do you weigh now? I know you said you lost 82 pounds. Vogie 1976. How much do you weigh now? Paprika Honey, I can feel like you are a little bit distressed, but be strong as you are. Yeah, I just got. I'm locked and loaded. Paprika Honey, I just gotta stay focused. I gotta stay focused and figure some stuff out. It ain't nothing bad. It's just a big goal. It's just a big goal. So I gotta make sure I'm locked and loaded, y'all. I gotta make sure I'm locked and loaded. But I appreciate that, Paprika Honey. I appreciate that. Yep. I can feel like you are a little bit stressed, but be strong as you are. I'm 49 years old. How much you weigh, Ron Jovi 1976? How much you weigh now currently? Paprika Honey, facts, should we aim for no visceral fat? Well, some visceral fat is actually cool because, you know, the body is supposed to have a certain amount of fat, whether it's internally or externally. But I'll say if we focus on whole foods, we really don't have to worry about visceral fat. Most of the visceral fat is coming from improper diet, improper nutrition. Whole foods is not designed for the body to get like all this excess visceral fat, all this excess external fat, and for us to move around slow and be lazy. So whole foods is designed for energy, designed to heal the body. Whole foods designed to promote growth. Whole foods is designed to stabilize hormone levels, male and female. So as long as we eat whole foods, that's the medicine. That's the medicine from the Most High. We locked and loaded. We don't even have to worry about it because it's already balanced out to do what it's gonna do. The fiber that's in it, the protein that's in it, the healthy fat that's in it, the starchy carbs, all this stuff is designed to naturally not spike our insulin not as high and designed to keep our body in a lean state. So we don't even have to focus on it. It's doing it for us. Keto is what's happening now. Pretty popular, but it doesn't work for everyone because they're not dedicated to it. Yeah, Raphael, that's why I say really all it boils down to when you think about it is just eating healthy. Just eat whole foods. That's what all the nutrition and a healthy lifestyle of eating boil down to. Just eating healthy. Whether a person choose to focus on healthy, eating protein and healthy fat only with no carbs, whether they choose to eat carbs with protein and healthy fat and fruit, like either way it goes, it's pretty much almost the same thing, just that one is leaving a certain amount of this out, one is adding this in or keeping this in, and pretty much all it boils down to is just eating right. And eating right is really just whole foods. Food that was already here on earth that's growing out the ground into the trees or plants that we supposed to be eating anyway. You can't really lose. Whether it's keto, a lot of times keto just sound good to people because they get to say they doing keto. Like most people don't even be disciplined enough to even keep it going for the long run. But it's all good. It's all good. What's going on, Tanner 8798? What's going on? Shout out to the chat. I appreciate y'all being in here. That's why I say y'all, like, this is like therapy and everything all together. Like, we actually need this. We're building a strong community. We come here, we talk about health, we talk about stuff that's outside of health. We talk about stuff that's outside of the gym that's still healthy. We talk about stuff that's outside of nutrition that's still healthy, like travel. I tell people to travel because travel is one of the biggest healthy things people can do. It relieves a lot of tension, a lot of stress, y'all. Traveling is big. If y'all working hard and grinding, travel should be big on the list as far as where y'all gonna spend y'all money at. It's like a reset button. Ron Jovi, 1976. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button so we can push it through the algorithm also. I appreciate that. Ron, let me see. What's going on, Tanner 8798? How your day been? Shout out to you. You got any health or fitness questions, Tanner 8798? And just for all the people that's new in the chat, you know, I'm an online fitness coach. I got 30 plus years of resistance training experience, and also have 20 plus years of nutrition experience. So I got services and products on my website. I got one-off products like workout programs that come with nutrition lists. Also have a guide called How to Eat that'll really tighten you up and really get your system set. Without a foundation, you can't just be working out in the gym. You need your system to be reset, and then you can build from that foundation on up. Once you get the eating right, the building really start with the eating. You take off from there, y'all. Anybody can go to the gym and work out, but to get that nutrition down, to get that type of discipline, it take work. Let me see. Yeah, you got any questions, Lisa? Let me see. Happy Valentine's Day. Appreciate it. Oh, Ron Jovi, 212. So you came down from like 300 pounds. Yeah, you doing good. All you got to do is make sure your nutrition is leaned out. The leanest fruits that you want to focus in on is any type of berries. And then you can throw kiwis in there for your fruit source. Like I say, I would stay away from the grapes and a banana. It's cool if you do it and it's a busy part of the day. But if you focus in on your visceral Ron Jovi, then you can just stick to the berries, like any berries, raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and then you can throw some kiwis and citrus fruits. And that type of nutrition, when it comes to fruits, is good even for diabetics. The berries and the citrus is the safest way to go for anybody that's diabetic or pre-diabetic. The sugars, you at least want to be active. That's what I'll say. You at least want to be active. I love bananas. I eat grapes here and there, but I'm active. I've been working out for 30 plus years, y'all, since I was 12 years old. So I eat bananas every day, every single day. But it's the way I eat it. I eat it as a busy part of my, so I pretty much use it for a pre-workout. That's pretty much how I do a banana, y'all. If y'all want to really take advantage of the stuff that's higher in sugar, like grapes and banana, that's a perfect pre-workout. Because that sugar spike that it's going to do, it's about to come right back down from the exercises and all that type stuff that y'all doing. Y'all get it? Ron Jovi, 1976. You doing pretty good, man. The drop from 300 pounds to 212. That's a blessing. Drop a question for him, Lisa. Lisa, you got a question for me? I can tie you up right here on this live. All my answers are straightforward, simple. You just got to be one or two things: discipline and consistent, which both are the same for the most part. I love those Whole Foods, Raphael. Yeah, the Whole Foods is where it's at, y'all. Because we get to pick the best of the best, only what we love and not what we like, but what we love. And fruits and vegetables and our protein sources and all the healthy fats, like it never tasted no better. It never looked like this good on a plate before us plating this stuff up, y'all. Whether it's salmon, whether it's chicken, whether it's ground turkey, like, come on, y'all. Lisa, happy Valentine's Day, and I hope y'all have a good day. I appreciate you. Stop in anytime, Lisa. Hit the subscribe button. You're welcome to come in the community anytime. We got positive energy over here. We welcome anybody. Share the live, like the live. Like I say, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can get the reminders, the notifications of the live, including my content. The content will help you out too. The workout videos. But have a good day, Lisa. I appreciate you stopping in. Paprika Honey, what are you looking forward to this summer? Paprika Honey, what I'm looking for this summer is different from any summer, considering like what I just mentioned earlier, what I'm working on. Um, of course, peace of mind. I'm gonna do some traveling, of course. Um, I'm locked and loaded, y'all, like never before. Like it's it's going down. It's going down. I was reminded pretty much recently like what my end goal is. So I'm up for the challenge, y'all. And I already grind my behind off. I grind my ass off, y'all, but it's going down. Life works in mysterious ways, y'all, but you gotta stay afloat if you trying to do what you do out here. Otherwise, it'll take you out. You gotta stay afloat. Your voice from novels. What's going on? What is Quachek? Quachek, I think that's how you pronounce it. Where you from, Quachek? Shout out your city, state, of country. Paprika Honey, I was thinking of getting surgery, but I'm going to focus hard on gym. Yeah, like, so you was thinking about getting surgery, like, why, Paprika Honey? And surgery is something we only want to get if we have to do it. If we have to do it. Maybe if you was huge and you had excess skin and after you done drop 200 pounds or something like that, but it just take work. It just take work. So you was gonna get surgery because of what, Paprika Honey? To get rid of the fat? Because you're not happy with, the fat that's on your body? Raphael, exactly. That's what I use a banana for. Perfect for a pre-workout. Perfect. That way we get to do it how we want to do. I get a ripe banana and I do what I do. It's been a minute since I had some grapes, and I love grapes. It's just been a minute because I usually had a banana. And bananas is just, a ripe banana is just as sweet as them grapes and just as fulfilling. I think I like bananas more than grapes, but grapes is one of my high up fruits also. Let me see. Paprika Honey, I am not body confident, and they told me to get lipo. Well, I tell you what, Paprika Honey, if it really is something, and you go hard with your nutrition, and you go hard with your working out, if it's something you really feel you need to do, and it's gonna take your confidence level as far as who you are as a woman, as a person, to another level, don't let nobody stop you from getting it. Don't let nobody stop you from doing it. Just make sure you put in work and you try different stuff and you critique your nutrition and you definitely up your level of intensity and your exercises and try some other stuff before you actually do that. That's all I say. That way, when it's time for you to do it, you can say, you know what? I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, and I've done this. And I even done this. And I've got some good gains. And I've done this, and I've accomplished this, and I've built up muscle, and I've dropped body fat, X amount of body fat. But I'm still not nowhere near how I feel this should be. So pretty much make sure it's your last option or next to your last option, because you'll feel a whole lot better knowing that it's my last option or next to last option. So you need to go as hard as you go, up the intensity and up your nutrition and all that type stuff. That way you know, okay, this is how it's gotta be. Yep. I want to go hard in the gym. I have decided lipo is my last resort. Yeah, and that way, if it resorts to lipo, you feel way better about it because it was your last resort and you done went hard in the gym. You done accomplished even more gains. All right, let me push it a little harder and let me see. Give yourself a window. Like, all right, let me see what I can accomplish in a year. Give yourself a window, a reasonable window. Let me see if I up all this and change some stuff around. Let me see what I can accomplish in a year. Otherwise, after doing this, and this, let me go ahead and do this. because life is short. Life is short. So that's an option, but we want to make sure, because any type of surgery, y'all, we ain't trying to, nah. If we can avoid it, we want to avoid it. But any type of surgery, y'all, we just got to be locked and loaded, y'all. We got to be locked and loaded. That's why I love jumping on these lives, because this stuff is serious, y'all. It's emotional health, it's physical health, it's mental health, and this can affect your financial health. Like, it's serious. So be locked and loaded and be committed, y'all, because at the end of the day, all we gonna have is our health. So if it's your last option, paprika honey, or your next to last option, that's pretty good. Just go as hard as you can. Give yourself a window, like 6 months, a year. Like, make sure it's pushed out though, for you to have time to critique some stuff. When you critiquing, do one critique at a time. That way you can see what's working. Because if you critique 2 or 3 different things, you might have critiqued 2 things that didn't need critiquing. So change one thing at a time and ride that wave for, I'll say, 4 weeks to 2 months. Because you need time to see what's what. So I say ride it out for a month, because in a month you'll be able to see what's what. You might even be able to see it in 2 weeks. But I say a good month, you should be able to see what's what. And if it ain't working, then maybe you say, okay, I'm going to switch it. Maybe you ride it out for 2 months. You know, but I'm just saying, like, 4 to 8 weeks with a critique, I'm telling you, like, you're going to see some stuff. Usually you start seeing or feeling like 2 weeks into it, if you got the nutrition going right and all that stuff. But yeah, it's there. I'm on a bulk right now, y'all, and y'all can see it in the screen. I'm on a bulk right now, and I'm picking it up right. This ain't a quick bulk. Otherwise, I'd be, I'll probably be up 10 pounds more than what I am right now. But look at how much work I have to do on my midsection if I'm picking it up too quick in the wrong area. Now I got to do more work when it's time for me to do a cut. No, I'm picking this up all over. So you're going to see it in my face, shoulders, chest, legs. It's spread it out all over, which is a clean bulk. Like I say, this ain't the time for Chick-fil-A and McDonald's French fries and Big Macs with extra sauce. This ain't that time, y'all. Shout out to y'all in the chat. I want to go to the gym, hard in the gym. I have decided lipo is my last resort. Already read it. Raphael, that's a great message. We so much inspiration in it. Yeah, because you got to think, like, you want to know you tried everything, Raphael, or next to everything. And the working out and getting your body right, most of it is simple. That don't mean it's easy, but what is it? Good nutrition, calories, which is all still related to the nutrition, and exercise and moving your body. So really, nutrition and exercise. That's what it boils down to, no matter what. Whether we talk about nutrition, whether we talk about keto, whether we talk about a person bulking, whether we talk about a person cutting, whether we talking about a person losing that lower belly fat, like, it boils down to 2 things: nutrition and exercising. That's what it boils down to. Now, the number is going to vary depending on whether you bulking, whether you cutting, whether you're a woman, get your caloric intake, whether you're a man, your surplus when it comes to calories. Like, it still boils down to getting them out of nutrition to go with your goal, your outcome, doing enough exercise or certain type of exercises for to meet your outcome. And you mix the right amount of nutrition with the right amount of exercises and dedication with consistency equals results. When a person not getting results, something is off with the nutrition / the exercise. 70 to 80% of the time, it's going to usually be in the nutrition, because anybody can go to the gym, get on the machine, lift, do this and that. But if you ain't doing the number one thing that you're supposed to be doing, which is your foundation, which is your nutrition, and nutrition represent the foundation, you're not going to get there. It's going to seem like a turtle in a race. You're going to see like a turtle in a race. Paprika honey, I have seen some progress already. I've lost body fat and gained muscle. Yeah. And if what you doing is still, it's still working, you still, always seeing these gains, keep doing it. Otherwise, if you're not seeing the gains, the best thing for you to do is because what you trying to do, you trying to get rid of body fat and build muscle. So you need to naturally be in a caloric deficit. That's designed for you to strictly burn body fat and build muscle. But when you're doing it, you got to make sure the calories that you are taking in are heavily macroed out. So the calories that you are taking in need to have the highest amount of protein that you can have, because that's going to keep the protein that you got on your body, plus keep you in the building to where you can build on top of it. Otherwise, if you want to get get half of your macros in, your protein and your healthy fat and your carbs, it's gonna slow you up. So for women, the number's supposed to be around 14 to 1,700 calories for a woman, and for a man it's really just 500 more than that. So if for a man it's supposed to be around 17 to like 22. It's only like a 500 calorie difference, and it's just for the deficit. So whatever you eating in those 1,400 calories really need to count. If you're a woman, 14 to 1,700 calories as a woman, they really need to count. And for a man, whatever you're eating from 1,700 calories to 2,200 calories, it really need to count. You need to have all your macros in there and still be able to be in a deficit and do what you do, so you can burn strictly just fat and build muscle. Those the numbers for a woman, which is 14 to 1,700 calories for a caloric deficit, and for a man, it's 500 calories more, which is like 1,700 to 2,200. And the numbers is like that, y'all. Just in case y'all don't know, the numbers is that way because if I was just sitting still, just say here in my truck, right? And I wasn't doing nothing for 24 hours, my body is going to burn about 1,500 calories just sitting here with me lifting my hand, with me blinking, with me yarning, with me scratching my head, me moving my legs or whatever. That's pulling energy from my body. So just sitting, my body is using that. So that's why the caloric deficit for a man and woman is those numbers, because whatever we using naturally without even doing nothing, just sitting still, we at least want to put that back in our body. That's why the deficit numbers are those numbers. That's why the deficit numbers is not 500 calories, y'all, because the body is burning pretty much 1,500 calories just sitting still. What is 500 calories gonna do putting back in the body, and you still 1,000 calories short? Your mind ain't gonna be, you're gonna be just on a whole nother level. You might have headaches and everything, y'all. That's what those numbers come from. It's to put back the least of what you use, and maybe a little something extra with a few hundred calories, maybe. That's where those numbers come from, y'all. I learned it about 15, 20 years ago. That's what those numbers come from. I once knew somebody who was on a 500 caloric deficit. They ain't had no energy. Of course, they dropped weight so fast, but I told the person, it was the lady, I said, that's not healthy, because your body, I told her why, I gave her the numbers and all this type stuff, because your body need this just for your body to function, your brain to function. This is what it need on a regular without you even doing nothing. So just imagine you moving around. And she done it. She dropped a lot of weight fast. 500 calories, y'all. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but that's pretty much a sandwich. That's like a sandwich. She was only eating that, and she was doing it for months. I'm like, you killing yourself. Reyes C2S. I am Let me see. Paprika Honey Reyes. He is a fitness coach for 30 years and owns multiple successful businesses. I appreciate that, Paprika. You got that right. I'm always on top of my stuff too, and I do own several businesses. Reyes, I am 24 years old. Young boy, I want to gain weight. I am now 54 weight. I'm thinking you saying 54 kilos, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, look, to gain weight, right here, C2, you got to be at a surplus. The surplus need to at least be 500. That's why I would start at, but nobody can give you a definite number because it's based on activity level. Start with about 500 whole foods. Don't do it with Chick-fil-A and eating excess bread and all that. Do it clean, but be consistent. Add in 500 extra calories each day. Monitor it for 2 weeks. You should see something move up on the scale. If that don't work, because I don't know your activity level, nobody can give you a definite number, but they can give you a starting place or a perimeter to be in between, right? If that don't do it, it's because your activity level is up and a 5 is not enough to stick. Then what you want to do is add about 200 on to that. Don't add another 5 because that's going to be too much. Add about 200. Now you at a 700 caloric surplus. So that 2 should definitely put you there. If that don't do it, I'm telling you, it's because your activity level is up. But usually 500, you will see some, monitor it for 2 weeks. If that don't move the scale up, it's because your activity level is burning a piece of that 5. Add about 200 more calories onto it, and I guarantee you, because now you up from what you regularly eat, which was keeping you at a maintenance. So the 5 should do it. If the 5 don't do it, maybe you've been moving around more from before you started adding a 5 on. So you want to up at 200. Now you from where you was at before you started the surplus, the weight gain, now you went up 700 calories, and trust me, that should guarantee do it. Because if you ain't picking up weight and you keeping the same weight, that's only one thing. You at a maintenance. If you losing weight, that means you at a caloric deficit. If you at a surplus, that means that you getting more calories in than you burning off. And those extra calories that you taking in is what's holding your weight. Is what's getting you the weight gain, because you holding on to those. Aim for 40 grams of protein per meal at least. Yep, that should do it. How tall are you, Riaz? Yeah, how tall are you, Riaz? I'm thinking you said now 40, 54. I'm thinking you saying maybe kilos or something, so that'll put you at 110. But no, I don't know. Maybe you are 110. Because different countries, y'all, like, it's different from U.S. weight. Like, a lot of people are thin, like, depending on what country you at. So most people in the U.S., y'all know we carrying weight around. Big back in it. So, paprika honey, eat protein. Paprika honey, aim for 40 grams of protein. I read that one. How tall are you? Right here is how much time in I will gain weight. Right, right is. Look, you would gain it in no time, but over time consistently. But the thing about weight gaining is just like if you're doing weight loss, right? If you're in a caloric and you trying to lose, it's the same thing as if you was in a surplus, you trying to gain. You have to be consistent. It's got to be day in and day out. You can't be missing days, because those days it's going to interfere with your gains. Once you start it, like I told my daughter, she called herself starting a weight gain, but she hit and miss 60-70% of the time. I say I wouldn't even play around with it. I just keep doing regular stuff that I've been doing, because you wasting food, you wasting your time. You got to keep doing it so the build up can keep building up. The build up should never come down. It should keep going up, because if it keep going up, that represents the scale keep going up. Just like going down when you're in a deficit. You got to keep that build up and that consistency going 24/7 until you reach your goal. That's why I wanted to do this bulk. It was time for me to switch it up. Plus, I wanted to put on some extra pounds anyway. So I was in a maintenance at what I was eating, y'all. I was at a maintenance. So I've been picking up. I started picking up probably the first week, just being consistent. I've been doing this stuff all my life, so I got it down to a science, y'all. I got it down to a science. Oh, Rhea, you 5'8"? So you probably was talking about more than likely talk about kilos. So 54 kilos. So that's usually that's like usually the kilos is double when it comes to pounds. So you about 110 pounds, 105, 108, but it's around there, about 110. Yeah, you got to be consistent, Reyes, you got to be consistent. Add on about 500 calories starting with that, and once the day you start it, keep doing it for definitely 2 weeks, because you need to be able to see what's what for 2 weeks. Do it for 2 weeks straight, but you got to do it every single day. Check the scale throughout the week, and of course that second week you should see the numbers going up. Definitely the second week you should definitely see a change on the scale. If you don't see it, it's because your activity level is eating into whatever extra calories. Maybe you moving around more. Maybe your exercises then got more intense in the gym, which is going to burn more calories. Maybe you cutting into those added calories that you added. So 500 is really 300 calories. You need to add in 200 more after 2 weeks. Then a 700 should take you out of maintenance, and you should be up there. You should be up there, guaranteed. Do you live an active lifestyle? Yeah, Reyes, do you live an active lifestyle, Reyes? That's a good question, Paprika Honey. I would give yourself 6 months to 1 year to build. Yeah, because when you doing it consistent, that's what it's gonna take. Because y'all got to think, I've been bulking since the end of December, so this is a good quality, healthy bulk. So look how many months I'm already in. Otherwise, if I was the average person, this would already be this just be fat and just big. But trust me, y'all, this stuff catch up like real quick once you really start seeing it. So it go from like 2 months and you seeing it the first month, maybe the second month, to where third month it's like, damn, you picking up weight, you gaining? Yeah, because the build up seems like it starts speeding up. Once it really, you got to think, if somebody pick up like 2 pounds, y'all probably ain't gonna see it. If they pick up 5 pounds, you might not really see it. And I'm describing what's going on with me now. If they pick up 10 pounds is noticeable. Like, you gonna notice if the average person picked up 10 pounds, especially if they built like me and then it's stacking right. Or if they not built like me and it's not stacked right, you still will see it. 15, 20 is gonna seem like all hell broke loose out of nowhere. So me picking up 15, 20, it's gonna seem like, damn, what you been doing? You been lifting, you been eating? But at 5 or 10 pounds, it was like casually creeping in. Let me plug my phone up, 10%. Is this the right? Let me see, hold on. Oh no, this the wrong one. I gotta order me another charger off Amazon. Y'all be stopping at a few places. Like these chargers only last for like 2 months. I just grabbed this one today, so this one good to go. But it's from one of the places, and the charger only lasts for like 2 months. But I just needed something to keep me going for now. Let me see. Yeah, give yourself 6 months to a year. That sound like something that makes sense, Paprika Honey. People be expecting gains to be overnight. Like, you go hard, but it should be consistent. No, that's bad habits. Have my fucked up routine. You gotta lock and load. Lock and load. What I eat. So I'm guessing you saying what to eat. Whole foods. You pick. If chicken is your thing, make that your protein source. If ground turkey is your thing, make that your protein source. If salmon is your thing, make that your protein source. That's just to name a few. Your healthy fats, you can Google some stuff. My choice of healthy fats is avocado, walnuts, pumpkin seeds. You look it up, you figure it out. You look it up, you figure it out. I'm just naming like three of everything. Yo, starchy carbs is gonna be, some people like rice, some people like sweet potatoes, some people like regular potatoes, and then you could even do starchy carbs as far as with your beans, black beans, and only chili beans I do is organic, because the sauce that you get in the regular beans from the store, it's gonna mess you up, man. So the beans, if you can, stick to black beans. I usually do reduced sodium. And if I do the regular black beans, then I do like a rinse, or I just do it, because I never do the whole can like that. I used to do the whole can and then have leftovers and all this type of stuff. So I do like half the can just to add some extra protein and get some carbs in if I need to. That's your starchy carbs. Of course, your non-starchy carb, you get to pick whatever you love to eat. Don't get nothing boring, because you want to be able to stick to this routine so you can get those gains. You can pick up weight. Your regular carbs can be, your non-starchy carbs can be spinach, cucumber, kale, you pick it. Zucchini, like that. You pick it. Plate it up. The plate should look colorful, and it should be full of nutrients. And of course, your fruits, your simple fruits, which is your grapes, bananas, kiwis. You know, these things is packed with fibers, vitamins, minerals, and stuff like that, and you'll be good. But usually for when you're trying to pick up, bananas is gonna be a good one, because it's more fattening. So that's why it's helping me do what I'm doing now. I eat bananas anyway, but it's really helping now, because bananas is something you want to eat if you want to, get that sugar craving out the way. Plus, it can be used as a pre-workout. And then the other, if you're trying to lean out, which you're not trying to do, then you stick to berries and citrus, stuff like that, which is perfect for people that's diabetic and pre-diabetic and got other health issues going on. I live in South Asia, Pakistan. Yeah, so y'all got good stuff there, fruit, and y'all got y'all vegetable source. So pick your protein source, your best protein source that you can afford, because whatever you get, you need to be able to afford it and have it consistent. So protein, your healthy fat, your starchy carbs, and your non-starchy, and then your simple carbs. So plate it up. Your plate just needs to be nutritious. The main thing you want to focus in on, I would say, is the protein and healthy fat. And if you eating this stuff right, trust me, the added calories should be there. You're going to have to calculate your calories, though. But after you calculate your calories, I say pick about 2 or 3 different meals, calculate it, put it on a scale. That way, once you reach for it after you put it on the scale, you already know about how much you need every time. So you can just grab it, because technically it's already being calculated from when you calculated the first time. So what's the use of calculate something if you calculated it already once and you grabbing the exact same thing? It's already calculated. But if you grabbing stuff here and there, that's a lot of calculate. That's why I say pick about 3 meals and run that play back to back every day, every week. That's why you need to make sure the stuff you picking is the right stuff, and it's healthy and it's nutritious and it tastes the best to you. Not for me. Don't grab what I like to get. Grab what you love to eat, because you the one gonna be eating it. You gotta be able to stick to the routine. I don't have a closer gym. Make whatever you gotta do happen, though. We don't need no excuses. Pick the food that you need to get. Up your calorie intake by 500 calories, so you can be at a surplus of 500. If that's not working and you gauging your scale for 1 or 2 weeks, you stepping on the scale, seeing your body weight, pick up an extra 200 calories. Now you at 700 caloric surplus. So that should definitely do it. As far as the gym, make happen what you need to make happen. Whether it's push-ups, you just want to make sure that you building some type of muscle and you toning as you picking this weight up. Push-ups, body squats. If you got a part that got pull-ups, a pull-up bar near around, you got to make it happen with whatever you got to work with. The main thing is eating whole foods. That way you don't have to worry about the excess weight or calories going in the areas that you don't want it to go in, and now you got to work harder in those areas to get rid of it. That's what you want to do. So as far as your workout, keep it simple. Whatever you got to work out with. If the home is the best thing for you to do, stick to compounds, push-ups, body squats. If you got a pull-up bar, that'll pretty much take care of your whole body because all of it is compound. So your shoulders gonna be getting worked, your chest gonna be getting worked, of course. The body squats will handle your leg until you figure out something else and you be able to get better with your workout training. But as far as your biggest focus, as far as picking up the weight, oh, that's gonna come. That's gonna come without the gym. That's gonna come. It's just the gym gonna speed it up to where whatever you picking up is turning into muscle instead of whatever you picking up is sitting. So the home workout will still help keep you toned. It's just that if you was at the gym, you'll be able to turn it into more muscle quicker. But work with what you got. We don't make no excuses over here. We get to it. Paprika Honey, what about using household items as weight? Yeah, that's why I say you got to get creative and do what you got to do. You got to get creative and do what you got to do. I be seeing African videos. They be putting the rotors or drums from a car and putting it on a curling bar. They create cement and put it into some cast or whatever, and they put it on the bar to where now they got weights and they got to create the weight bench and all that type stuff. People get creative, and these people, them Africans, look just as good as me or anybody else that look better than me. We got to figure it out. I eat too much meat and vegetables. That's what you mean? Yeah. Well, you on a surplus now. You trying to pick up, so it ain't gonna really be no too much. And if you ain't been gaining weight, Riaz, you evidently ain't been eating enough of it. To you, it probably seem like a lot, but it ain't a lot for you to be doing a weight gain. So I am married, by the way. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shout out to you and your partner. You just got to lock and load, and once you start it, don't stop until you reach your goal. I'm on it right now. I've been doing it for months. I'm used to doing this type of stuff, y'all. I'm a well-disciplined person. Paprika Honey, Weezy, I have to go to. It was good having you, Paprika Honey. Good having you. Have a blessed day. You too. Reyes, C2s. I know sure all you took all the points. Yeah, that's good. Lock and load, man. The biggest thing you need to know is to increase your calories by 500 for the first week to 2, so you can gauge if 5 is good. If you still not seeing that scale move, that means you need to add 2 more, not 100, but 2 more. You don't want to add 500 more. That's too much, too soon. You don't need that. 500, see where it goes, see what it does for you for like 2 weeks, I say. If that scale ain't moving like how it's supposed to be moving, because you should see something. It should be a lot, but you should see something, because don't forget you want this to move consistently, but clean. If you don't see it moving, add 200. That's going to take you to 700 caloric surplus, and that should get you where you're supposed to be at. Raphael, consistency is key. Yes, consistency must, in my opinion. I'm telling y'all, I'm bulking out. Watch y'all already see it in the camera. Like, I'm telling y'all, this takes a lot of work, but it's I'm consistent. I prioritize it. Sir, you are a great coach. I think I saw you on here before, right? Are you subscribed to the channel? All my stuff is simple, y'all. It's stuff that we naturally supposed to do anyway. That's why even when I show my when I do my content, I pretty much repeat the same stuff. Like, what else different do I need to be saying or making up? I don't even, I get right to the point. I make sure that whatever I'm teaching, people can remember. I don't got to use all the fancy word. I just say what I say. The front delts, lateral raise, rear delts. Like, I don't need to be saying trapezoids and all that. I just say traps. Like, I just keep everything simple because people like simplicity. Sir, where are you from? Reyes. I'm from the U.S. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. We got 4 seasons where I'm at. We in winter season, but right now it feels like spring going into summer. So definitely not complaining right now. Raphael, what's for dinner, man? Or you already ate? Let me see. How Hostile taking over Earth. What's good, Unc? Why you dressed up like cyberpunk? Let me see. Let me see this person right here. All right, so that took care of that. Black beans, bush vegetarian, regular organic beans are my top. Yeah, like everything, like y'all notice, like once we really got this nutrition thing going, it's only so much stuff we getting from the market. Look at all the stuff we was grabbing from the market growing up with holiday food, and yeah, you know, some of us still gonna do, you know, certain stuff on holiday. But we talk about like our regular everyday lifestyle. Most of the time we go to the market, y'all, we already gonna know exactly what we get. It might be something we switch up with. We might look at it and or something we ain't had in a minute, but we should already know what we getting from the market because we running the same system all throughout the week, all throughout the year, all throughout the month. We just switching up little stuff here and there, the fruits, and we might switch up our protein source, and you know, but we still grabbing the stuff. It's just that when it's time to cook it, you know, we switch it up. But we still grabbing. Our buggy should pretty much look about the same, y'all. About the same, like 90% of the time, y'all. That way you know the numbers. You know the numbers on what you cooking. You know the numbers on what you cooking. I'm thinking about some baked chicken. Damn, I ain't had baked chicken in it. I'm trying to think. When was the last time I had baked chicken? And baked chicken got to be cooked right, too. Because I remember, like, at one time, I wasn't a big fan of baked chicken. You know, most people love fried chicken, of course, because of the crust and whatever. But when I was younger, and my cousin, my mama, she used to cook some good baked chicken, but I had tasted somebody else baked chicken. It was like that sticky baked chicken. Because they done the butter, they done the butter and whatever else they had done. I'm like, that baked chicken, y'all, I learned that recipe from that baked chicken. Way better than fried chicken. When I learned that way of cooking it, nah. Fried chicken is still a beast, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that baked chicken cooked right, it can be a notch over fried. Because fried is like, ain't nothing like biting into a piece of fried chicken. And like I say, I don't cook this stuff, y'all. So of course, when it's time to do it, whether it's a cheat meal or I'm out the country visiting or whatever, of course it's gonna feel like heaven. Let me see, how is Q-Man? What's the deal? Shout out to Q-Man, y'all. Q-Man in the chat. Q-Man, what's been up with you? How them gains coming? How life been treating you? How is Satin protein powder? How is Satin protein powder? How is Satin? Yeah, this person gotta be. Let me go ahead and do this. Yep. Still grinding. That's what's up, man. Hey, Q, man, it's a lifelong journey, man. It's never stop. Only thing we have at the end is our health. Ain't nobody gonna take care of us like we gonna take care of us, even if we got somebody that'll take care of us, y'all. We want to always have our own dependence, our own independence, y'all. Like, even if we got a significant other, we got good grandkids, got a good son, a good daughter, good, you know, well, I was about to say mother and dad, but most of the time they'll be gone before us. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want to face somebody having to take care of me before before it's supposed to happen. I'm trying to keep my own independence. I saw a guy, where I see this guy at? Oh, he be in this other area that I'm in often, away from my house. So I'm usually in two main areas, like where I stay at, and then outside of where I stay at, where I do a lot of business and stuff like that at, right? So this dude always catch my attention because it's gonna catch y'all, it's gonna get y'all interest too once I tell y'all. So the reason why this dude catch my attention, he in a wheelchair, but it's not just because he in a wheelchair. I don't know what's going on with his mobility or his legs, or maybe he feels some aches and pains. But when he in a wheelchair, he walk backwards pushing himself in a wheelchair. And he be moving very, 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 very slow. Very, very, very slow. And I think he like a senior citizen in that nursing, because it's like a nursing home or something like right there or whatever. And there be people out there, they other ones hanging out there in their little wheelchair, the kind that you sit, but you can kind of use as a walker. It's like a you know, dual little, it act as a seat and a walker. But, and they just all out there, and I'm like, damn, like, ain't no telling how much of that could have been avoided, y'all. To them, they old. Nah. I just saw a dude that was 93 years old today, y'all. I didn't even know he was 93, and he got up out the seat and just walked out so quick from where I was at. You wouldn't even knew. Somebody else mentioned, yeah, he 93. You said, yeah, that dude got out of here quick like a regular person. Like, imagine what his nutrition and health gotta be. Something is, he doing something right. 93. Hair just all white, gray, just dark skinned brothers. Just, I'm like, health is wealth. Q man, you say you locked and loaded though. Raphael, health is wealth always. Yeah, at the end of the day, y'all, I'm telling y'all, like, nobody is gonna care about me the way I care about me. I gotta lock and load, y'all. That's why I be on this shit the way I be on it, because I've seen how people get treated when they need and they gotta depend on somebody, even a significant other. I see the grunting, I see the frustration in their face. Why I just put that on you and you just took it off and lift your arm up? Why you ain't, nah.